Right, good morning folks from Pipers'Persuasion. It's the 12th of, what is it, March? 2018. We're getting to the stage now, it's the years it is a wee bit of a problem, isn't it? Okay, we're out in Christen, which is northeast of Glasgow.
Yes.
Aye. And the home of Alec Connell. Alec, very famous drummer in his day with mainly the City of Glasgow Police, then Strathclyde Police, but as we'll hear, other famous bands even before that. And we look forward to hearing about his various exploits in drumming and expertise and his views on MSR's 6/8s and particular ensemble, which was a new thing to us all in the late 60s. Anyway, besides all that, what inspired me to come out here eventually, I've been wanting to do this to see Alec for years, is I received an email from a chap in San Diego, Stephen Rutledge. Do you know him?
I've got his email address up
there you are. Anyway, he was adamant I had to speak to Alec Connell, so here we are. And he sent me a wee list of questions to ask you and all the rest. So let me delve into that. So, Alec, I spoke to various members of the 214 BB, and I understand that's where you started off your drumming. And how did all that come about? I spoke to, for instance, Joe Noble, and says it was a mistake, he should have been a piper and all this sort of stuff. But how did you come to drumming?
Well, to tell you the truth, I was at school and one of my classmates came up to my door one night and asked me did I want to go and join the Boys Brigade, which I eventually didn't. To cut a long story short, the following Tuesday he came up and he had a pair of drumsticks in his hand and he says, do you fancy coming along to join the band? Which I did.
What age were you?
I was 13. I was about a year late, and because of my years down in Millport during the war, by the time I come up, I was a year behind and was put back a class. But eventually...
You caught up?
Yes. And joined the Boys Brigade, and the drumming instructor was Willie Patterson.
I remember Willie.
Who was the leading drummer of the famous Rutherglen Pipe Band that Alec MacIver played in.
Yes.
And he took me under his wing, and when I was 15, he took me away to the Clanmacrae Society Pipe Band.
I was just going to say that.
That was my first grade 1 band.
He went to Clanmacrae.
Yes. Willie Patterson was the leading drummer, and we had several others. A famous wee tenor drummer was Charlie McIntosh. But I spent 3 seasons with the Clanmacrae, and then Willie fell out with the secretary and took me away and made me the leading drummer of Renfrew.
The Renfrew Pipe Band. And you were saying there off camera, that was Donald Murray at that time.
Donald Murray in Renfrew. And we were very successful, and we won the European Drum Corps Championship in Belfast. That was with Stirling McMurtry and wee Bob
Was
Laverty.
that in 1962?
Could have been. No.
Or was that the 57
one? The 50s,
The 57 one, aye. I spoke to Andrew Wright, who was with the Hackle at that time, and him and I were getting mixed up because the Hackle apparently had flown out in 57, but we got the boat in 62, and the two is what a kind of conversation we had, you know.
What a good decision that was, because Stirling and I were sick on the deck going across the...
So you actually went in the Broomlaw boat?
We went in the Broomlaw boat, and by heavens, that was some journey. I was as sick as a dog. I'd never been seasick in my life until that point.
Was that in the road out?
Yes.
Aye.
It was stormy.
So it wasn't a drink then?
Oh no. We were too young to drink these days.
What age would you be at that time?
Let me see now. 15, 18.
Aye.
18,
Uh-huh.
18 at the youngest.
Uh-huh.
Maybe 19.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And because I remember we played in the McRae for 3 seasons and we won the World's Drum Corps Championships on each of these 3 seasons under Willie Patterson.
Aye.
With a smashing drum corps.
Aye.
And so if I was there 3 seasons, it must have been 3 years. So I was 15 when I went.
Aye.
And when I went into the entry, I must have been at least 18.
Okay. So it's a broad sketch of, you know, the BBE and these 2 bands, the Clan McRae and the Rentry. But dragging you back to the beginning again, who was in the 214 BB with you? Alec McIver in charge and all that sort of stuff.
Bobby Laverty, who was with me in the Rentry eventually.
Uh-huh.
He was in the BB at that time.
Right. Stirling McMurtry there?
Stirling was there.
Uh-huh.
Stirling was my flank drummer.
Uh-huh.
But to begin with, there was only the 2 of us.
Uh-huh.
We had 6 pipers and 2 snare drummers and a big chap called Malcolm Irvin who was the bass drummer and died fairly youngish in years.
Yeah.
But that was the initial drum corps.
Okay.
Just a bass and 2 sides. And then of course you had Joe Noble and George Hunter and a young lad called David McRoberts.
Okay.
They all came after Stirling and I.
And had you left by that time?
I left when I was 15.
Aye, you left
because
at 15.
Willie was taking me to the McRae.
Away to Clan McRae.
Yeah.
So you'd about 2-3 years at most.
Yes.
In the BB.
That's all.
And left Sharp. Ian McClellan, where was he?
Ian was still on the horizon at that time. Now, he must have been there. Of course, there's a lot of the pipers were there getting tuition without me knowing anything about
Of course,
them. You know?
aye, absolutely.
Alec
Especially
Ibell,
at that age. Aye.
Joe King, Alec Ibell.
Aye.
Alec was the one that took them,
Mm-hmm.
beginners, and the guy that took over his job when he died was Dan Finlay, John's cousin.
Uh-huh.
He took the beginners
Uh-huh.
and stuff like that. They had some organisation in the background.